We're going to start by something called pulling down the heavens. What we're going to do is you're going to reach up. We're going to do a slightly more vigorous, and you're going to reach up and look behind. You look at the back hand. Then you turn, you look at the other hand, and then you breathe out. You push that energy through your body. So you're gathering energy from the earth, from the heavens, and then you breathe out. So you're going to breathe in, twist, breathe out, breathe in, look at your back hand, turn, look at the other hand, which is now your back hand, and then you breathe out. We'll do 2 more. Breathe in, breathe out, then breathe in, breathe out. Now we do something called shake the 9 gates. This is the next few exercises are just movements, are just try to open up our body to let energy and blood flow through. Blood, chi, and oxygen move together. So it's important to have your body relaxed and open. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to move. So right now we're shaking our hands. We're trying to get blood to go out to our fingertips. We want blood to get out to our extremities. That's why we have a lot of problems with our feet and our hands as we get older. But now what we're going to do is we're going to like lift our bodies. We're going to shake our bodies. So you're lifting your body up and down. And now our hands are shaking, but that's because our body is shaking. So just being really relaxed. You want your hips going up and down a bit. You want to be lifting your rib cage up a little tiny bit and then dropping it down. Relax. When you drop it down, you relax your shoulders. And now what you can do is you're going to start turning back and forth. We're going to warm up our neck too by looking over our shoulders as we turn. Like I said, this is called shake the 9 gates. We're trying to open the 9 gates, which are, a gate is a joint. So hip, knee, ankle, shoulder, elbow, and wrist, and upper, lower, and middle back. Just relax. Just get everything open. You're just so relaxed when you're doing this. Now you're going to come up, throw the energy out to your fingertips. Now hold your elbows away from your body. We're just going to relax our entire bodies and just focus on our hands. For 3 abdominal breaths, breathe in, breathe out. Just try to feel your hands. Remember, you're filling your entire abdomen. 1 more. Breathe in, breathe out. Now we're going to do something called, we're going to tap our shoulders. So right here, it's our lung meridian start. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and forth. One hand taps our spine. The other hand is going to tap that just under our shoulder blades, our collarbones. Sorry, our collarbones. So we're going back and forth. Okay, so we're just trying to stimulate those. Plus, you know, we're turning our bodies here. So we're trying to warm up our internal organs by twisting, looking over our shoulder. So now the coordination part. So this is what we're going to do is we're going to alternate. What we're going to do is you're going to do flinging sleeves. So it's like you've got these huge sleeves and you're reaching around trying to like pick an apple on the tree behind, putting it in the basket in front. So you're twisting our body, but this time we're lifting up our rib cage because we're reaching up as we do it. Okay, so now what we're going to do, here we go. So we're going to alternate, tap, fling, tap, fling, tap, fling, tap, fling. We'll do 1 more each side, tap, fling, fling. All right. What do I have next on my little list here? All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something called grinding rice. So what you're going to do is you're going to put 1 foot, you're going to step back with 1 foot. You want to have a space. You don't want to be on the same line because we're going to be moving back and forth. You don't want to fall over. So there's a space, and what we're going to do is we've got a big ball of energy, and we're going to roll that ball around on the floor. So you're coming out, so we're just not doing a little one. We're trying to warm up our body. So you're shifting forward. Your hands are going out. It's like you've got either you can think of you rolling a ball around, or it was developed in an agrarian society, so it's called grinding rice. We're turning a big millstone, which is grinding the rice. So you want to come all the way out. You want to watch between your hands. You're going to come up, 2, 3, so 4. Now we're going to go the other direction too. So you're coming back, you're reaching all the way around, and then you're pulling your hands in, you're turning, so you're making a big circle. Okay, so now we don't want to be asymmetric. We don't want to have like one big strong part of our body. So we're going to step back with the other leg. And we're going to do the same thing. So one leg's forward. You're going to turn the millstone. So you go out, you're reaching out, then you come back and you're pulled in. Now you turn and you're making, your hands going out. And coming back in, big circle. Really twisting. Big circle. Did we do both directions? I'm going to reverse directions for a couple times. I can't remember if we did the other direction. You want to be doing both directions. Coming in. This is actually a Bagua. Bagua is, Tai Chi is a water form. Bagua is a wind form. We're creating a little whirlwind here when we're doing it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 movements from the golden chi ball. Once again, we're trying to open. We're massaging our internal organs, but we're focusing on opening and closing the chest. So your hands are turning over. You're leading with the back of your hands. You're looking up and you're pulling your shoulder blades together and you're arching your back. And then when you breathe out, you're leading with your hands again. So the back of your hands come together, your shoulders coming together. So here, you're opening your chest, you're breathing out, you're opening your back. Breathe in, look up, stretch everything. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Okay, you do breathe out. Now, what you want to do is we want to be using the lower body too. So when you breathe in, you shift your weight onto the balls of your feet and your toes. And then when you breathe out, you grab the toes and sink into your heels. So your toes, you're always grabbing with your toes, but it's called the little triangle and the big triangle. The little triangle's the ball of your foot and your toes. The big triangle is your heels. So now we're opening everything up, arching your back. And then when you breathe out, your hips are moving up and down 1 or 2 inches. So you're arching, looking up. And the reason you want to do that is you want to engage your calves. That's your third heart in Chinese medicine. So you're assisting your heart by pumping waste out of your lower body, letting fresh oxygenated blood come in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. So we're opening the chest, we're assisting the heart, but we're letting you breathe deeply. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So this is called standing on a boat, because in Chinese you're on a punt and you're like using the pole to move the boat through the water. So you're coming up, back. All right. Now we're going to do one that's called Phoenix Ascends the Flames. You're going to come up. This is somewhat similar, but you're actually doing a little bit different. So you come up and you flick your fingers. So we're trying to get energy to go to our fingers. You don't want to raise up really high because that raises up your shoulders. Remember, we want to stay relaxed. So your hands, your shoulders are still relaxed. You flick And now you've got a big ball of energy, and as you breathe out, you're sinking down and you're squeezing that ball. So you're using like dynamic tension. You're not just bringing your hands in. You can feel you're squeezing with your core. So you're going to flick, open everything up. You breathe in, and then as you breathe out, you pull up your perineum, push down your diaphragm, you squeeze. You're using your core to push that, squeeze that ball. So breathe in. Breathe out, and then your hands are bringing all that energy, and you're ending up in front of your navel as you're pushing, building up energy in your abdomen. That's where your internal organs are. So you're breathing in, flick, that part's relaxed, and then breathe in, use dynamic tension in your core to come back down. Just relax everything. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. So this is Phoenix ascends the flames. We're flying up, we're moving energy around. Breathe in, breathe out. We're going to do one more, and then breathe in, breathe out. Okay, I have to... we're going to like pump our lungs a bit. We're going to come in. You're going to come in. You're going to pull back. You're going to breathe in. Your hands are like on a surface, but they're not high, because remember, we never want our shoulders to come up. So our shoulders stay relaxed. So we're on a surface maybe about our solar plexus. We're coming up. We're breathing in. And then we're going to breathe out. Then we're going to breathe in. So we're kind of like pumping, opening up our chest, and then we breathe out. We once again do our collarbone together. And the same thing. This is like the first movement. We're arching our back. Breathe out. So shoulder blades together, collarbones together, shoulder blades together, collarbones together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So we can also be raising and lowering our hips that 2 inches. So you're sinking down. We're rounding our back. And then we're coming up, pulling up, arching our back, lifting our hips. So we're engaging our calves. So we're breathing in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. We'll do one more. Breathe in, breathe out. So we're going to do one more movement from the set of movements called the Golden Chi Ball, and that's monkey leaps from trees. This is also for your lungs. So what you're doing is your hands are going to come up. You're going to reach. This one you actually get to raise your shoulders a little bit because you're lifting your rib cage off. We always breathe in and out through our nose, except on cleansing movements, which is what this is. So you're breathing in, and then when you breathe out, you're going to drop down. So you're going to go up, breathe in, relax your hands, and then breathe in. We're trying to clear out any waste in our lungs. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. One more. And all right, we're going to do, now the other thing we're going to move on. There's different sounds for healing. The sound for your lungs, you're trying to drive out waste, and actually the emotion associated with your lungs is grief. So you want to, by cleansing your lungs, you're trying to drive out any grief that you might have, or any negative feelings there. So what we're going to do is you're going to come up, you're going to hold your hands like this. So your hands are out. That's because the lung meridian goes to your thumb, and then the large intestine, which is the other metal meridian, goes to the finger. So we're going to breathe in, and then we're going to, as we breathe out, we're going to push our hands back there. So we're going to breathe in, and now we make the healing sound, which is hiss. So hiss. And you want to push out. We're expelling waste, so you want to push out everything. So you breathe in. Okay, we're going to go on. Oh, time's moving on. We're going to go to jump to the next part, which is called 3-sip breathing. This is to build up the strength of our lungs, let our breath get longer and more controlled. So what we're going to do is we have 3 energy centers in Chinese medicine. We have in the abdomen, the solar plexus, and the lungs. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill each one. So this is called 3-sip breathing. Remember, each one is a ball, so you want to expand so you also feel in your back. So we're going to, this is all one breath in 3 sips. So first we're going to breathe in our abdomen, so take in some air. Now we're going to go to our solar plexus, take in some more air. Now our chest, fill. Now here, when you fill your chest, you don't want to do this. This is tension. You want to almost like you're expanding outwards because you want to keep your shoulders relaxed, but yet you want this to expand. Okay, so we're going to hold our breath for 4 seconds then. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to breathe out. Breathe out the top, middle, and bottom. So it's 3-sip breathing. So we're going to one breath in 3 sips, hold for a few seconds, and then breathe out. So breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, hold, breathe out, then breathe out, push it all out. Once again, this is where pulling up our perineum and pushing down our diaphragm. We're kind of squeezing the last out of there. So breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe out. We'll do 5 breaths. So that was 2. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe out. Hold out for 4 seconds. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe out. Hold it out for 4 seconds. And then breathe in, last one. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe out. Okay, then put your arms down and just breathe regular, normal abdominal breathing for a moment. When you're doing that, we did that pretty quickly, but if you practice on your own, you can start like, say take 4 seconds to fill each level, hold 4 seconds, and you can build that up to 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then breathe out 4 seconds on each one. So then if you just did 4 on each one, it would then be 16 seconds for each breath, which is actually not too bad. All right. what we're going to do is we're just going to massage our hands for a minute. Let's see. So what we want to do is the meridians, we're working with metal. The metal meridians, they start the lung meridian. There's two, one for the large intestine, one for the lungs. It starts here under your collarbone, and it goes up the back of your arm to the outside of the thumb. And then the other one, the large intestine, starts on the outside of the index finger and comes up. Sorry, it comes down the back and up. So the one that goes from the shoulder blade goes up the front of the arm to the thumb, and the other one comes down the back of the arm. But then when it gets here, it crosses over and it ends up on the other side of your nose. But we're just going to massage. We're going to do two things. We're just going to massage our hands. So what we're going to do is you take your fingers, like I don't know if you did this when your parents did this. Oh, I got your nose type thing. What we're going to do is you're going to do that. You're going to massage the joints. But then when you get at the end, you're going to pull. Try to get that energy center at the end. Then you go to your next finger. We're just going to do these two fingers today. Normally you do them all. So we're just going to do each one twice. So you're rubbing the joints, and then at the end, flick. Rub the joints. This is trying to activate, bringing blood to your hands, which helps to fight a lot of hand problems that we have. Now we have to do the other one. Massage the joints, and then massage the joints, and then snap the end to stimulate. Snap the end. The other thing you do when you do your hands, you can massage your lifeline. We'll do like 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the other side. And then here, you put your hands up. There's a slight indentation in the web of your hand. When you squeeze, it hurts. You're in the right spot then. So what we're going to do is we're going to massage that point. You press in and circle. You can circle 5 times each direction. Do the other hands. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then another good one is you put your hands around your wrist. There's meridian points there. You're trying to energize your hands. The other wrist. And then what you do is, this one is when you get seasick, you use this one, you put 3 fingers there, and then there's a little indentation there. And what you want to do is you want to massage that. I can feel my hands, like blood going to my hands when I do this. The same thing, 3 fingers, and then massage that point. Okay, so can't tell. My hands are you can't tell in this light. My hands are a little bit red. That's good. That means that blood has gone to my hands, which is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get circulation to our hands to help fight arthritis and other hand problems we might develop. The other thing is we want to just generally get the energy flowing up, to our extremities. So what we're going to do is going to put your hands up, and you're going to have this go up the inside of your arm. Your hands come together, and then the other one comes the outside of your arm. Now, but then you switch, and then this hand comes up the inside of your arm. When the hands get together, this comes down the other side. So we're basically doing this. Try to get back so you can see a little bit better. So we're trying to push stimulate this. There's all these different meridians, energy points in your hands. So we're stimulating them, but we're basically trying to get the energy to flow up. It flows up the front of your hands, arms, and down the back of your arms. That's kind of the natural chi flow through your body. So you're coming up. Just do a couple of those. Okay, so that's energy washing. You can do that anytime during the day. Okay, so that was pretty much the lesson. We're just going to do one more thing. We've tried to build up the lesson and move energy around, so we're going to just do something to try to gather that energy in. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your hands in front of your navel. It's going to go out. This is called pebble in a pond. So somebody's dropped a pebble in a pond, so the energy expands out. When you get about halfway to your body, then you come back in. So you're making 2 semicircles in front of you, and you end up in your navel. And then so when you breathe out, you push out to the original, but you don't reach because that would cause tension. Your arms are really relaxed. You're coming in, and you're going to breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now the reason your hands are going out, because you're not actually pushing them out, you're expanding your body because you're breathing in, taking in oxygen, and that causes your body to expand, and so your hands go out, and then as you relax, you push your hands out. Just going to do this. We'll do 5 breaths. So breathe in. You're just trying to gather in that energy that you've been building up. Breathe out. Breathe in. You want your shoulders to be relaxed. Breathe out. We'll do 2 more breaths, but I won't say anything. Just do on your own. With that, we're going to do just 3 breaths of a different one also. These are, if you don't say anything, if you just breathe and you try to feel your body, you try to feel the energy one. The other one, this is a very nice one to end with. You're trying to, once again, absorb the energy. Your feet are together, so you're a little bit unstable. You can put your hands on your navel. So what you can do is you relax your body as much as possible, your shoulders, everything, and that makes you a little unstable. It's called bamboo in the wind. And so what happens, it's like you're being blown back and forth. You relax your knees, you relax your entire body, and so you kind of sway, and you're trying to just feel the energy in your body. Now if you want to, so you just feel the energy move around. Now if you want to try to absorb it, what you can do is you can visualize. As you breathe in, then as you breathe out, you're like any energy that's moving through your body, you feel it being absorbed through your muscles and into your bones. So we'll take 3 breaths on our own. Breathe in. Okay, so we're just going to pull down the heavens lightly this time. We're just going to reach up, breathe in, breathe out. We're leaving our practice. We're resetting our minds to go back to our daily lives. We're trying to carry all the positive energy that we gained with us. Breathe in, breathe out, and then body mind. We did something good. Okay, okay, the arm washing, but slower. All right, so this is actually interesting. You can wash your entire body, but the one we're doing today, so you have yang energy. Yang energy comes from the sky, and you're back, and the sun's behind you. So therefore, if you put your hands up, everything that's in the sun is the yang part of your body. And since the energy's flowing from the sky and down the yang thing, that means yang energy flows down the back of your arms. And yin energy comes from the earth, and it flows up the front of your arms. This is probably more explanation than you wanted. So why do you go up and down? So from your lungs is a yin. Yin is the earth. Is a yin organ, so its energy flows up the front of your body, and then the large intestines flows down the back of your body. So therefore, when we're going up, the hand on top, the energy is flowing up. This is your yin energy. It's flowing up to your hand. So you're pushing yin energy up from your lung, and then now, but it can't go any farther. Now this energy, the hand that's on top is going up, and then the hand that's on the back, once they get together, then the hand that's on the bottom comes back, and it's running down the back of your arm. That's bringing the yang energy. There's actually a big, huge system for this whole thing. But you don't have to know all that for it to be effective. You don't have to know the whole theory. So we're here. So what we're doing is you have the hand on the top, and as it comes up, as you breathe in, it comes up, pushing that energy into your hands. And then when you get to your hands, that's the yin energy. And then when you get to your hands, the other hand comes down the back of your arm, and that pulls the yang energy down. But then you switch, this comes to the top, and now it goes up, pushing the lung energy, and then the large intestine energy, the lung energy, to the large intestine energy, switch hands, lung energy, large intestine energy, lung energy, large intestine energy. So it looks complicated, but of course, once you get it, then you're basically, I'm trying to find an angle that you can see, you're basically just scrubbing your hands like this, going up. This hand comes up to your hands, but then they automatically switch. So this is circulating the yin and yang energy up and down your ones. We're focusing on the large intestine and the lung because it's the metal season. So they run up your arm to the outside. You've got your energy meridians. They run up your arm. The lung one runs up your arm to the outside. Outside of your finger, and then the index finger is the large intestines, and it comes down the back of your arm. The only thing that's a little weird is it comes up here and then jumps over to the other nostril, right? But we're only doing the arm ones. So this is stimulating, getting this yin and yang energy flowing up and down your arm. So coming up, I'll do it really slowly. So this just comes up, and then when you get here, then the other hand starts rubbing the back of your arm. You switch that onto the top and go up. So this is energy washing. You can do it through your whole body, but right now we're just focused